Hey guys, Archie Luxury on the Paul Pluta channel, and today I'm doing some paid reviews, and this is another paid review for Mark. And Mark is saying, which new watches from this millennium, so this is 2000 forward, which new watches from this millennium do you think will become iconic watches? Watches that are just a small modification in aesthetics with deep heritage should not count. Small modification. I'm thinking of watches that have come out recently that we will hold in our breath as other iconic watches such as Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso, Patek Calatrava, Cartier Tank, and so on. Very interesting question. Okay, so let's take, this is a very interesting question because I tell you what, the last 20 years of watchmaking, 18 years, it's gone so fast, and when you think of watches, you're thinking of pre-2000 pieces, but I would have to say the most iconic watch to come out from year 2000 forward, the most iconic watch to come out from, well, if we look at the makers, so many of these watchmakers have used previous models to release wonderful things, and I would say the Patek Philippe World Time, because you think about it, the Patek Philippe World Time, I mean they're in 2000, year 2000, Patek released the 5110, and if we look at anything pre-2000, like the, what's that, the 2531, I think, what is it? The early ones, 2523, in Phillips auction, May 2016, one achieved from 1954, $2.5 million. So anything before that is super valuable. So I would say the 5510, that's made World Time Patek affordable. You can buy one of those on the used market, $25,000 US. That's pretty good buying. A lot of makers have brought out things that they've done before. It's quite interesting indeed there. I mean, many of them have reissued. I mean, Tudor's done that. I think classics from 2000, what do I see as classics? Well, I would really say, in my own opinion, I think I'd have to say the Patek 5110, that all the new World Times, they're post 2000. I think you could also argue modern classics would be something like the Patek 5396. That's a annual calendar, very sexy, inspired from a previous. That's just a gorgeous watch itself there. I think the new millennium, we've had Patek has released so many complicated pieces, so that's a very good thing. People like Jaeger LeCoultre and that they've brought things, you know, I think from JLC, the tribute to 1931 series, you know, that whole tribute 1931, they looked at the original Reverso, and they've brought it up to date for more modern size, and I think that's classic. If we look at brands like Vacheron themselves, Vacheron released a wonderful World Time. They've done a wonderful World Time. May not be, you know, the Patek may overshine it, but it's a 36 time zone piece compared to Patek's 24 time zones. Vacheron's done things with the Toledo. They've brought back pieces, but what's iconic things have they done there? Well, they've really pushed the Overseas. The Overseas is a modern series there. I think AP's really pushed the Royal Oaks. The Royal Oaks, they're all in modern times. Before, before 2000, they were much smaller pieces. If we look at Rolex, what's Rolex done post 2000? Well, they've done the Sky Dweller. The Sky Dweller is that's magical. They've gone to ceramic bezels. You could also argue Rolex is also they changed the Datejust and the day date. They went to day date 2, and then they've gone to day date 40. So they've kind of, even though day date 2 was bigger, 40's kind of changed the proportions of the case. So I think those are modern classics. Those are very much modern classics to the Patek line there. So it is interesting. I mean, it's 2018 now, and 18 years ago, it feels like yesterday. I mean, I'm sort of middle-aged, and you look back on it, and it was so long ago, but it feels like yesterday. You know what I'm saying, don't you? So bigger sizes, many things have gone forward there. I mean, Rolex they've had the big sports divers, the deep sea, the Panerai Bubble Burst. There's many brands there that have really gone, Some haven't always been positive. You look at IWC, they rely on a lot of ETA, dare I say it. I mean, they had the Ingenua with the in-house movement. What do? They drop it and bring out an ETA version. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, I don't know why they do this shit. But modern classics there. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think the world time, I think that's what is the most amazing development in the last 18 years? I'd say the world time. I really think in traditional watchmaking, that's something that was it was unaffordable. The world times were damn expensive. They're millions of dollars, on the vintage market. So they brought that out, which is pretty amazing. So there you go, guys. That's a question for Mark. Tell me what you think. I've got a few more to do for him. I'll do them on another day just so I get the right mojo for Mark. But thank you so much, Mark, for your support. I do appreciate it. And guys, keep watching the Paul Pluta and the Archie Luxury channel. Hi guys, Archie Luxury channel, Paul Pluta channel. And my good friend Tanzilin, answering super chats. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. I feel like I'm doing my passion. Tanzilin, simply the best. And he's got another one for you here. How's this? It's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's my passion. Scheitling on time. Simply the best. Now, guys, I got to tell you, I struggle to survive full-time on YouTube. Please look in the description below for 10 ways you can keep me full-time on YouTube. Guys, I really need your help. Please consider getting a paid video review. I'll do a review on any watch, any question you want. Guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. You can sponsor me for as little as $1 a month. $1 a month, and that just keeps me going on full-time on YouTube. Guys, you could also, I do phone calls. You can talk to me for an hour on the phone, Skype or WhatsApp, for $50 US. Guys, I really do need your help to stay full-time. Men cannot survive on Google Ads alone. Please help me. Please help me stay full-time on YouTube. And guys, don't forget that. It's not about the money. It's my passion. Scheitling on time. Simply the best. Tanzillan, thank you. That's a sponsored bit from Tanzillan. I can do that for $150 a month if you email me directly. Look below for my email address, guys.
Okay.